right.
Perfect.
Boom! We got some Night Opal. Let's do
sweet.
this.
No,
Right.
yeah, so
So now I see I have my learned recipe. The Nightblade is under weapons category. Okay, that's cool.
yeah, not sure we touched on this on different live streams, but our crafting menus will have some required materials. So those are the things that you must have at that certain rarity. So we have the Night Opal and the Moonbell that's required, and then we have the selectable section where you can put different rarity amounts. You want to do the zinc one first, Steven. So
Okay,
cancel out of there,
zinc
and then
first.
zinc one, and then now you can see that the item itself was uncommon, and then if you add the fragments in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the uncommon Nightblade is here.
That's
but
the
by
default.
adding in these legendary zinc fragments.
If you summon it, now it turns rare.
Okay, cool.
And now you can see there's additional properties onto the item, so things change. And then if you put the oak timber, also at legendary,
Also legendary oak. Okay, got it.
and then now it becomes a heroic version of it, and then stats
nice.
increase. So
Okay,
these are
cool.
the things that we kind of want to explore on the crafting side, where we introduce maybe a new stat line or a different proportion or ratios of stats at certain tiers. And when you craft these items with using better materials, the rarity of the item increases. For demonstration purposes, we're using legendary, but basically when you use a higher tier than the recipe is intended for, so we could technically build this item with common oak timber and zinc fragments, then that would produce an uncommon item. But since we're showcasing this at legendary tier, you can move up the tiers and have the stats increase.
That's awesome. And so obviously there's going to be a number of different types of selectables that you can incorporate as part of the crafting process, each of them having unique results as part of the stat block for the weapon, but also increasing the quality predicated on the quality of the selectable that you're contributing.
Right, that would be our sub recipe system that we'll kind of highly touch up on. A common copper sword might have sub recipes that changes the stat block completely, which would be, let's say, a brutal copper sword, which specializes in crit damage. But that would be changing the selectable items from oak timber to ash timber, for example, right?
Yeah.
And then when it's on the selectable level, we can choose the rarity of those resources to increase the rarity of the item produced.
Awesome. And each time you're kind of unlocking a different result with regards to that particular recipe, you're learning that interaction between the selectable materials and the output that comes from it. So learning one recipe actually learns you a multitude of different potential rewards from that one particular recipe.
Yeah, we have something unique.
Sorry,
Something unique in our crafting system where we want to have recipe XP of some sort, and then those sub recipes could be earned by leveling up your recipe, which means that you have to craft the Nightblade multiple times to level it up to have a better result. So the sub recipe could be from a vendor recipe or world drops, like we said earlier. But the idea is one type of item can have potential to be multiple different outcomes.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and craft this weapon. We've done it! We've received a Nightblade.
The loop is complete.
Oh my god, we made it through the entire loop. Let me
see is foretold.
I know. Let's see. Let's take a look at what we have in our inventory here. So I see we have a heroic Nightblade that's doing some physical damage and magical penetration with some magical damage as well. And if I compare that currently to my longbow, obviously we have some comparable version there. But let me go ahead and equip this. Oh, that looks good. That looks
You're
awesome.
styling. You are
I
styling. You put in the
know.
work, and now you're styling.
Oh, I love it. That looks super cool.
Sweet.
Very nice. Let me see
You want to
here.
raise it up for the fam?
Yeah, I gotta get the right perspective here. Hold on. Stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, we have crafted world first on the Nightblade. We have done it. Very cool. So, guys, we just walked